ain't walk my path, you never seen stress. I be hoping for death, but maybe he's next. Lyrically blessed, came sewed up like a seamstress. County raised, DC is my birthplace. First in the Ville with official jerseys. You feel relevant, who asked you in the first place? Got me itching to scratch you out in the worst ways. You don't know me, but you gon' listen to the stranger. Show respect to my life, or you honor my anger. In the midst of danger is when I'm most rational. Not big on baseball, but DC's talent shall be national. It has been spoken, niggas and shish kebabs, and I leave them roasted. Notice how I feed your emotions, that's how I get you open. Feeling like the almighty God when that revolver loaded. Lost his damn mind, OC, when that pistol exploded. Young and you ain't really ready to war with me. I come with artillery that your eyes can't see. We keep banging into your side retreat. It ain't safe, homie, we run these streets. Young and you ain't really ready to war with me. I come with artillery that your eyes can't see. We keep banging into your side retreat. It ain't safe, homie, we run these streets. Mr. White like a rock white tee. Used to keep me a fresh pair of Nikes. Now there is a new shoe feature. You may know them as Adidas. Baggy jeans, no crease or cuffs. Long as they don't look balled up. You bout money, then call us. We'll brainstorm and see what's up. A genius in the wrong time. Suffered for a long time. Perfected the art of rhyme. Never spit the wrong lines. Curb addict, smell herb all up in my fabrics. Bread like a chopper cause the fun's automatic. Write a song in the day, work for 100K. The kid twin is hot, probably need to find some shade. I see you act like you want it, but you ain't really ready. Nerves calm when that thing in my hand, I hold it steady. Am I cocky and confident, young, and ask my pops? They say I'm just like him, I'm hearing that a lot. I show up, heads start turning when I invade the spot. Paid bills when I was pitching in the parking lot. Young and you ain't really ready to war with me. I come with artillery that your eyes can't see. We keep banging into your side retreat. It ain't safe, homie, we run these streets. Young and you ain't really ready to war with me. I come with artillery that your eyes can't see. We keep banging into your side retreat. It ain't safe, homie, we run these streets. Stand down, I'll embarrass you and your man now. There's no end to my chaos, you plan to stop me how? This album don't promote cowards, so young and find your heart. Vice director of the theater, so homie, find your part. My sympathy goes to those pushing their life in carts. Drowning in poverty, I'll try and save them from the sharks. One man searching for cheese, dog to the earth's end. Some gave me bread and butter is what I serve them. The mind's a jewel, at times we all speak gems. Some were just too far gone, we couldn't reach them. But when I click that pen, I write what real street niggas be thinking. Look in your eyes, that's without blinking. Shining, man, y'all niggas just swinging. See, I love the cash, but I hate the fame. You let it do wrong, but you hate the shame. You're hating on the play cause you lack the game. That's a fact for lanes. If you cross the twin, I'll crucify you. Put a verse, how does Lucifer beside you? Lost in the blaze, they can never find you. Don't you forget, cause I will remind you. Young and you ain't really ready to war with me. I come with artillery that your eyes can't see. We keep banging into your side retreat. It ain't safe, homie, we run these streets.
Might check 1 2. I don't know if somebody's out there. I can't see if anybody's in the building. I can't see a thing. I am on my phone. So y'all just work with me because this StreamYard setup is so different now on here. So I'm getting used to the new setup customs anyway. All right, so much respect, respect to the family. I thank everybody for absolutely tuning in. Thank you so much for that. Big round of applause to you. All right, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I just wanted to talk about something that I've peeped. This is going to be a quick live. I'm not going to be that long, right? So my question that I present is being grown. I was thinking about that, like actually being grown. Truly, have we redefined what it is? Have we modified it? Have we lowered the standards for it? Have we raised the standards for it? Right? Are we not so much as in a box with being grown? And so it's just, to a point that I'm making as far as I've noticed it's such a night and day difference between how our elders, our parents, aunts, uncles, and all of them, the things that they would do and the things that they wouldn't do, the things that we would do and the things that we won't do. And I don't mean just in a good and bad way. No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the things we would do. Like we're more open minded to more diverse mindsets of thought, right? I noticed a lot of my elders, they don't want to hear nothing that ain't what it is that they know, right? Um, I noticed that a lot of us, we will get online and talk about family issues. Bruh, you could not even begin to try to pay my mother to get online and talk about stuff within the family. Like that's just she's not going to do that. She may talk amongst the family, but she not about to get online. And so it's like it's so many things I be seeing now where it's like I'm seeing how the identity of being a grown ASS adult, right? I mean, even down to how much younger grandparents are now, you know? Now I do recognize we're living longer, but still it's like, you know, it's almost like grandma with, you know, the short the short haircut and, you know, um dress modestly, the whole nine. It's like everything is different. Grandfathers, yes, us as men, um, still feeling like we have to live a certain lifestyle, live up to a certain type of image. And, and the reason why this question came up in my mind, what really is grown today, is because I do wonder, and I'm telling you, I asked this to myself first before I ask it to anyone else. What is it that you haven't gotten out your system yet? Right? You know how we will talk about stuff like there's a whole phase and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm just now seeing the comment. Hold on. Because I'm on. What's up, AC? Wednesday, I want you to start joining me on Bible study recap. I'll find you okay. You know what, AC? I actually would like to join you, brother. I would appreciate that. Now, for the record, my G, for the record, if you can hear me, I'm very much so planted, firm, and grounded in my belief. But if there's anything more that I can learn, I would love to join you. All right. So back to it, right? Um, I'm really just wondering when it comes to the definition of being grown. I believe a lot of us think like being grown just means like I can pay bills. And it's like they stop there, right? So it's like folks will say, I'm a grown ASS man or woman because I have my own. Okay, yes, you do pay your own bills. You may have a career or some type, a career that allows you to be able to afford to live a particular lifestyle. So cool. But does it stop there? See, that's where I start to go deeper into things, right? When I start those different angles, when we take that cross and turn it into a star, right? So it's like, I just be wondering that, like, Does it stop at just like I pay bills, so you shouldn't pay no attention to if I get online and act a donkey, right? I'm acting a whole donkey online, or I do certain things and or whatever it may be. So then I mean, because I really wonder, like, because the last time that I checked, being grown, like actually being a grown ASS adult, has a lot to do with your temperament and how you respond and react to life. Your temperament, right? Now, again, I want you to remember I'm talking to myself before I'm talking to anybody else, right? As a matter of fact, I'm only talking to me. I just so happen to go live to be crazy right now, and y'all can hear me in my own headspace. Now, if you can relate to what's going on inside my brain space right now, then respect to you. What is grown? Like, is it really just an age? Okay. So like even when we say like, all right, yeah, you 21 now. So you 21, you are eligible to purchase your own home, no cosigner, no curfew, so on and so forth. You can pay for alcohol, right? You can do everything that somebody 50 years old can do, right? Considering you have the money to afford it. Does it stop there? So what we got right here? I think mine is making better decisions on what's best for me. Give me more elaboration on that. I'm going to need a little further elaboration, young lady. All right. Let me see something. Yeah. Here we go. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, now I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. 'Cause this phone is way different than when I'm at my station. You ain't got to be on camera. Bring your ass up here, girl. Tell me what you talking about. But anyway, yeah, being grown, like I just be wondering at how do we really see that when it comes to the maturity of how we even view relationships and stuff, everything, you know? Like a lot of people would say, yeah, because we're grown, it should be okay to have a bunch of just friends of the opposite sex while you in a relationship. People would say you're not being grown if you don't accept the fact that, you know what I'm saying, your significant other wants to have a bunch of little friends and stuff of the opposite sex. We would say, nah, you're being immature. You're being, that's not that's not your what's that word? What's that word? I got a brain fart. But anyway, but that's what they would call it. You're basically being immature. So how do we actually really see these things? I just did. It's right there above love. It's right there. Um, I don't know if I can I do I know when you're here? See, this don't different, man. But hold on, let me see. But yeah, how is that supposed to live? Hmm. Let's get this one set. Oh snap, man! I forgot to put my little tune. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just hanging out for real. I ain't doing too much. This ain't nothing that serious. Let me see right here. Oh right. So anyway, hold on. See something here. Yes, respect to you. Okay. I don't know if the music's too loud. I don't know. Like, let me do this just in case. Let me go back. Let me go back. Take that down. I know some people be like, yo, the music too. Mashallah. Let's see if the missus can find her. I don't even know if I know if you're here. That's the thing about it. Let me do this again. Let me see something. Because I do want to learn how to do that. The stationary. Yeah, right here. Okay, yeah, there we go. On the community. I don't know how to do that without leaving this damn live. I don't know how to open another window. Oh, maybe it don't. Okay, so hold on. So let me try this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play some music and I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna see how this works real quick. Let me try something here real quick.
Mix promethazine with the codeine, Mix the lemon kush with the OG, I got some good dope could make you OD, Still moving Yola by the OZ, Purple and the yellow like I'm Kobe, Ace of 24 like I'm Kobe, Black Mamba like I'm Kobe, In the clutch I got us like I'm Kobe, Ounce of salt for the James Harden. That's 13. My dope fiends get the shooting like Klay Thompson. Molly Margarita, shit is awesome. Yeah, I'm rolling. Yeah, DMV banging like it's Compton. Yeah. Gucci shades on these, ain't no Ray-Bans. But I can see clearly I'm in gangland. And I ain't in the gang, I'm just a weight man. Got that work. But I be going savage like a caveman. Yeah. I got crazy ace like Kobe Bryant. Mamba. You could never stop me, ho, keep trying. Better get your motherfucking homie. Get your niggas. Shoot you at the buzzer, fucking Kobe. Mix promethazine with the codeine.
All right now. All right. Hello. Okay. Go to the community tab on the channel, I guess. Try it from right there. I just put it on a community post and see if you can hit it from there. But anyway, guys, so what we're talking about today, all right. So what we're talking about today is primarily what is being grown. See, do we really act the same type of grown as our elders did? And if we don't, I know we don't, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Or is it just it is what it is in your book? Like, how do you see something? Here we go. All right, Chop, you there? My check?
Yo, can you hear me?
All right, bet. Okay. All right, I'm learning it. I'm working it. Okay, so I see when y'all will pop up back. I'm on the phone, so it's set up different.
Yeah, it's set up a lot different on the
A
phone.
lot different, bro. I'm literally relearning the whole thing all over again, bro.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not.
I was gonna text in the chat, but they only give you a certain amount of characters in the chat. So I was like, let me just pop up here. I'm on my way to church and stuff, so I got a little bit of time.
That's a bet. Absolutely. Praise God. Listen though, so what's up with you on that though? How you feel about, like, when I say what is being grown today? Like, how do you see that, bro? Like, what are the characteristics of
Okay,
somebody that's a grown ASS man or woman?
Okay, so like you said, right? We equivalent being grown with being stable, being um, working every day, getting up, going to your job, having a career. We equivalent it with a certain age bracket. But at the same time, just because you have these things doesn't necessarily mean that you're grown. Uh, like we equivalent going being able to buy from the bar or buy cigarettes and stuff as being grown. We
Hmm.
have this false reality that the world's definition of being grown is not the actual definition of being grown.
Okay, now.
You see
Okay.
you see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Keep cooking. Keep
Because
cooking.
the world would tell you at 21 you're grown. Well,
Mm.
in in society, we know that 21 you're still a child and you still have a childlike mentality. All the
Ish.
way, and it goes
Let's give
along.
him the
Yeah,
child ish. Ish.
childish like mentality.
There we
Yeah,
go. Right. Okay. Yeah.
and and that and I say it like that because you can still be on your parents' insurance all the way up till you're 25.
25. I was up to
So
25. Yep.
exactly, I
Yep.
was too. So how
Yep.
grown are you? You see what I'm saying? So
Facts.
with that being said, we're gonna use we're just gonna use a entertainer for example as an example.
Uh huh. Go
So
ahead.
the wide receiver for the Raiders
The
was
Raider.
my was
Oh, he
yeah
got
was he got to
not
the accident.
okay. The accident. He deleted the woman and stuff, walking the dog.
Exactly,
Yes. Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
So he was only 24, something like that, 25, something like that, in that range. I'm gonna say in that range, from 21 to 25, he was in that range. He was considered an adult, but his mentality was a child. He still was, and even like Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter the same way. Even though he don't go to the extremes like that, but you can see like the development issue. It's a development issue. He's still childish. In a certain way, but we as society will deem him an adult because he looks like an adult. He's old enough to be an adult. Our characteristics of being an adult has nothing to do with age requirement. It has nothing to do with being able to buy from the bar, have a
Right.
stable job, none of
Right.
that stuff. Those are not characteristics of being an adult because you can have a kid that's 21, 20 years old and have a career and live on his own. We gonna use John Morant for example.
Uh huh.
Look at
I'm
look at all the stuff that he was doing. They told
exactly
they
now.
told
He's in a financial position where he has all of this money. Right. So he has
exactly.
all of this. So he has enough. He can afford a home. He's old enough to buy
Hmm.
alcohol. He can purchase. He has a car. All of that. So these are all
Hmm.
the things that, as children, it's like okay, our parents. We know they have a home. We know they have a car. We know they have a job. But
Facts.
but why did we stop at those three things today and we eliminate patience for your children, knowing how to talk to them, social skills in society, how we
E-
conduct ourselves, mannerisms, table manners. How many people do
exactly.
you teach your kids elbows off the table?
Mm. First of
I'm
all, how many of us actually sit down at a table and gather around and talk about your day while you eating your food?
all of that, all of
So,
that.
so what I was saying is, you know, the characteristics of being grown has completely uh how you pronounce that word, dissipated. Did I say that right?
Mm.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. So yeah,
mhm.
it no longer exists because as the time of when we grew up, we had that we still had that grandmother that was 60 years old, 70 years old. We didn't have a grandmother that was 40 or 50.
Exactly. Even down to, let me say something, AC. My father getting dressed to go to the grocery store and get just a few things, you would think he was going to an international government meeting. Like,
Hmm.
plus no pajama pants and slides on. Like, even down to man, my people so huge on how you leave the house. Get back here. I don't care if you just go on with your friends to the ice cream truck. Get in
Thank
here.
you.
Tie your shoes up
Hmm.
before you. No. The truck ain't going nowhere. Tie your shoes first.
Hmm.
Your
Yeah.
presentation, because my father always told me, look like somebody love you when you leave the house.
Thank you, bro.
Look like
I still
somebody
say
love
that to
you.
this day, bro. Like you look like somebody don't love you. Fix yourself.
Yes, yes, bro. So all of that, just like bonnet, whatever. I'm talking about the men too. When I say bonnet, because apparently it ain't just the ladies no more. I don't, but whatever. Now, if you do have one on, because look, I'm growing my hair, I get it, but you won't see me on camera outside with one. If that's something I'm sleeping in, whatever, which I don't, I got my little stocking cap, but nah, it's just certain things. I'm like, bruh, just like I think we need to kind of cool it on. And that's just my personal opinion because the fact is, now let me ask you this, AC. How important would you say is the optics of image in comparison to how others actually view you?
I take I take that right there like very serious.
Mm.
This is why like I try to be respectful. Even though I know like a lot of people now, they don't like when I call them ma'am or sir and stuff like that.
Right. You can't call the lady a
I
sweetheart.
still
You can't
use it.
say sweetheart no more. Nothing. Right. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. Right.
Yeah. Like I still use it because one, it's just me identifying with you that I know that you're older than me, one, and I have respect. I have respect for you, and not only that, I don't know your name personally, so I can't call you by your name personally. So this is why I'll be like, yes, ma'am. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's just me giving you that proper respect, and that's what a lot of people has failed to teach is that proper respect for one another. We
Chivalry.
used to,
Honestly, it's
yeah,
just chivalry for real.
exactly,
It's
yeah.
just
Like
the
when you
days of
see a
holding the
lady
door
coming
for
to the
one another.
door, you'll
Yes.
hold the door, and
Hold the door.
not even just a lady. Like I hold the door for a lot
Everybody.
of people, old
Exactly.
people, grown men. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ever hit that joint where you holding the door and you waiting for them to get across the parking lot?
Yeah, and then they get
Like,
to
come on,
doing
I
that
got
little light jog, and I be like, chill, bro, chill, slow down, bro. You ain't no rush. I ain't going
you.
nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm hip. I'm hip. That's how it is.
Yeah,
Exactly,
because
bro. Even down to
like,
last part, even down to another
mhm,
thing, because I was real pissed, right? Because I seen not too long ago, it was this older woman coming into the building, and 'cause I'm across town, there was this woman coming into the building, and it's like the young brothers, it's like everybody just still sitting there. It's like move out the way. Like for us, that was automatic. You see Miss Such and Such or Mr. Blah Blah coming to the building. When I used to live in Adelphi, I lived in Jefferson Square, man, 1802. Never forget them days. And man, anytime one of the when we was playing in the lobby where the steps was at, every time one of the adults came in, we just stopped playing. We moved aside. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing, sir? We might even ask them for $1 for the ice cream truck. Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like we just knew how to. It was just natural. And no, they weren't our parents, they weren't our family, but it was just still that's an adult, and we just knew how to conduct ourselves. And it's simply because of how we was
facts.
raised. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead though. What was you
Yeah.
saying though?
No, no, you 100% right. And the characteristics of actually being an adult, like once you reach that moment, you would know when you reach that moment, because like you
Yeah,
said, one, you will have a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't lash out and get angry at so much stuff. You would talk to people different. You know what I'm saying? You would learn how to communicate without speaking that out of a sense of emotion, or just speaking irrational. The first blurting out the first thing that
exactly.
comes to your mouth. A lot of stuff will, when you say it, it will already be calculated. Like, look, this is how I feel at this point in time. You know, so you'll have a lot of meekness. Uh,
I
even
do
with your
believe
even with
also.
your kids, even
Mhm.
even with your kids. Like, it took me so long. Like, even though I had patience out inside in the world, it took me so long to actually have patience with my kids. Like, certain things that they would
Facts,
do would set me off.
facts,
Like, bro,
big
what is you
facts,
doing? You
big
know what I'm
facts.
saying? So
And you know
now,
what? Because it also comes from the headspace of, me and your mother don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we not going for that. Like, yep. But it's a way we gotta go about the. Your father ain't playing that. Don't play with me today. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a fact, bro.
nah, for real. And that's and like when I'm talking to my oldest daughter, because my oldest daughter is a lot like me. Like, with some of the stuff that she do, she got a 0 to 100. So I have to talk to her as if I'm talking to myself, and it's like, like certain things I say, like, but when I first started dealing with my oldest daughter, and I didn't understand, why she was doing the stuff that she was doing, because I was looking at myself. It would make me cringe, and I would lash out, and then I'm like, bro, you can't get mad at her because she's only doing all the stuff that you did, bro. She's doing that, and this is how your father was acting, and how did that get you? How did that make you feel? So when she used to do stuff like that, I would really like have to talk to her. Look, bro, this how we at. This how you gotta do it, bro. You can't be like that, bro. Like, and I'll sit there and I'll talk to her for a whole hour, just talking to her. I don't try not to raise my voice. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just talk to her, and I found out, like, doing that, I would get a better response because I'm explaining to her the situation. You see what I'm saying? Other than just bashing her about the situation, I'm explaining to her the situation. So that's like those characteristics you only get from one growing up, being an adult. You see what I'm saying? Actually making your stamp as being an adult. Smitty, you still here? You want?
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
Mike, you
Yeah,
muted.
my bad. Yeah. I muted myself. My bad. Good look. Good look. Now I was going to say, bro, we never talked about that, even though we've talked quite a few times on the back end. But like, I don't think we've really talked about that. My G, that is literally what I had to learn myself. Once my daughter reached a certain age, around her early teenage stage, was how to still father her, but not like how you would do a little boy in a sense. And even then, I still don't agree with this yelling at the boys just because they a little. That don't mean you just need to be cussing them out. They supposed to get much more harsh treatment. But I do believe that it's a little less cushion that I would give to my son as opposed to my daughter. And I think it's just, I don't know, just that's just me as a dad. I ain't even speak for him.
Yeah, because one, boys, when we look at the boy and we look at the daughter, very more protective of the daughter and what she's doing than opposed to the boy and what the boy is doing. You know, and my daughter, she always she like all my kids. We told them like speak up, say something. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember telling her like, look, I'm not perfect. I'm not the perfect father. I'm not the perfect dad, bro. I gotta learn this as I'm going. Nobody sat me down and gave me the parental guide book on how to be a correct parent. Nobody gave me that. So everything that you gotta learn in life and how to conduct yourself, I have to learn in life too, and how to conduct myself as a parent. So don't ever think that just because I'm older, my daughter that I know exactly everything that's going on. No, I gotta learn that. I gotta learn as I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you understand how hard that is because now I'm not just looking at my life. I have to look at your life. You see what I'm saying? So we taught them to say certain things, speak up, and she used to tell me all the time, oh, you're showing favoritism. He like what?
Yeah.
Like what? And then I look at the situation like, all right, I see how she might say that because if she was to do that, she would get a different result. But when he's doing it, he's getting a different result than what she's
Bruh.
getting. And I had to tell her like, bruh. So the only reason why you see that is because, bruh, I took a lot of energy on you, and now that I'm 3 kids in, the third kid is like, okay, now I'm expecting that. So it's a little bit different, but I see where you're going at.
Mhm. Yeah, my father, I would never. This is a real story. People be thinking it's just an elaborated joke. Like, nah, this is a real story. I would never forget the day my father was like, I think I was like 15. It was me and my sister at the house only. It was just us two at the house at the time. He called us both in the room. He said, hey, Shelly, come in here. I said, yeah, Dad. Said, you need you to grab the ladder out the garage, get up on the roof, and go ahead and hit the gutters. Shelly, bring me some iced tea. I said, what? Like, and it's like, but I at first, like for the longest time, I was as a young man growing into this. I used to be not jealous of my sister, but I was like on some like, oh, she can't do nothing. And I just didn't understand why my father wouldn't make my sister do anything, but my mother would. My mother's the one that would allow her to work, do stuff. My dad, he just, I don't know. My sister could do no wrong. And even if she did,
Hmm.
there was never really too much of anything. You know, let me come in 30 minutes after curfew, after street lights, it's all kind of hell being raised.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I get that. But this is my thing too, back on basically to the topic of what is really being grown, right? So, like, do you believe that we parent the same and do you believe that we're able to parent the same? The reason why I would start it off and say no is because just even down to like discipline and everything, like it ain't even just you can't spank them. Like your kids can report if you're verbally abusing them in a lot of states now and things. So it's like a lot of restrictions, even down to just how society views you. A lot of times the law don't even have to be involved. If you parent a certain way and you speak about that, or if you make that open, society even be on some like, you know, they'll like look at you like you're doing you're like you're outdated or you're too abrasive or you're going to run your kids off if you keep doing that. Now I know it's a lot of things our parents did from spankings to all of that to landed AC, but the one thing I peeped is that most of us still turned out to be fairly level-headed decent humans, bruh. I don't think the majority of us, just because we got beat like that we turned out to not be decent people, regardless of our flaws, mistakes, whatever, because who don't have them, right? Most of us still turned out all right, bro. as opposed to this just trying to be your kid's friend thing. That's another thing about being grown, not wanting to separate ourselves from the youth. It's almost like we want to be the youth. Instead of bringing them up to our level, we keep trying to go down to their level just because we think that's how we're going to get their attention. Like if we don't relate to them on their level, then we're not going to be able to like get the message through. And I don't think that's the best way because it's not working. But I digress. My mic is muted for you guys.
Nah, you 100% right on that. And I'm gonna say this, right? So I have a little pushback on that situation.
And rock out.
Uh,
Rock
be,
out. Speak your
because no, and it's not that much. I think what it is that people are afraid to use the old tactics because of that. I had I'm a person that believes in the old traditional way of raising a kid. My wife, she's a little bit more lenient. So we got a healthy balance.
mothers
You know,
usually mothers generally are no matter what generation it was.
hmm
During the Viking era, mothers was just a drip tad down from the dads, bro.
yes. And and this is why I was saying before, like a two-parent household, it will always be healthier than a one-parent household because you're either too strict or you're too lenient.
Yeah.
You don't have that in between where, okay, I know dad don't play that, but let me go talk to mom. Okay, mom's gonna give me a yes. I just have to worry about dad being like no, so I gotta convince him. So it's a it's a
AC,
health
AC,
it's a
AC,
healthy balance.
AC. Man, my parents used to play the worst goddamn trick ever. I don't know how coordinated they had it, but they had it down pack. I go ask my mom, can I go spend the night at James' house? Go ask your father. Dad, can I go spend the night at James' house? Ask your mother. She told me come ask you. Well, it's her answer.
Right. Yeah,
I
hey,
end up
right.
not going.
That's that's called see me and my wife the same way. It took us a while to get like that. But that's that's the same way. It's called a united front. That's what it's called. It's called a united front because if mom say yes and
You, I
dad
said
say
no
no,
place one.
then
I
you
said
then the
I'm in
kid
place
can
one.
use that against each other.
Yeah,
But
I can't
if
do it.
yeah, but if one is saying go over here, one is saying go over here, that forces them to actually agree as a unit. Okay, how do you feel about it? I feel like it's okay. Everything been good. Okay, and most of the time, as dads, we're listening to see what the mom is going to say because we know our answer. But if the mom is like, nah, they good. They, let them get out the house for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We go ahead. But if you left it just to us, we like, nah, boy, for what? For what? You better go in your room and play. You call them on the phone or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we a little bit more like strictly on the no tip. But it's called that united front. And the best thing about double parenting is that you have to be on a united front. Y'all, the mother and the father both have to be on the same page.
That's a
If
fact.
not, it's gonna cause a rift, and that's what me and my wife had to learn that the reason why we're nitpicking one another and having this issue is because we're not united when it comes down. You agree on one thing, I agree on the other thing, but we're not using our abilities as one cohesive unit. You see what I'm saying? So that's you 100% right on that. But like I was saying though, we can bring the traditional values back to parenting. The only thing is we like you said, we can't be their friends. The moment we start being their friends, and we don't install that. Look, I don't care what you say. I'm your parent. You gonna listen to what I say? Then that's the part where they start bucking back and society told me this. Go live in society then. Pack this. Matter of fact, don't pack nothing because I bought all this in here. Go ahead, take your stuff and go ahead out there with society and see how society gonna treat you. Because if rather you listen to me, you're gonna have to listen to somebody else. Period. Until you get of age that you can make decisions on your own. And I doubt you want to go out there in society because then society really gonna tell you how they want you to condone yourself. So it's just like the same way we tell our sons, you can listen to me or you can listen to the prison guards. Either
Yeah.
way, you're gonna have to listen.
And you know something that be so sad is how many of myself included got two parents and everything, and for whatever reason had to go ahead and jump off the porch and go see what this society was about. And you know what it got me? 7.5 years in prison. You know what it got me? A period in my life where I was homeless for a while. There was a point where because I was exiled and I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready. I thought I was. See, that was the thing about it. It wasn't about I was a F up or I didn't have intelligence or smarts. I've always been ahead of my peers when it comes to my I guess you can say maturity level. Like from just things I like to do, my taste in music, everything, bro. Like I've always been more so like that, more grown kind of dick. But I stepped out there. I wanted to see what it was about. And all it did was land me in halfway houses and everything that the streets promised every last one of us. And my point is, no matter how blessed I felt, and I still am, and know I am, I still was put through the ringer. And I was let known that no, not even you will be exempt. Everybody's going to get it. Nobody's going to duck this smoke. You want to go to the streets, you're going to get that smoke from the streets. I don't care how smooth. You're going to have a nice little run. You're going to go through something. You're going to have to watch your back at some point. You're going to be ducking warrants. You're going to go through it. You're going to take a loss. Somebody going to hit your stash. You're going to get into a fight. Yeah, you're going to wake up next day, you know what I'm saying? Your jaw sore, your body, your back and everything hurt, your eye busted. You're going to go through it. You are not exempt. This is not going to be no free ride, my nigga. No, there's a price to pay. Oh, yes, and you will pay your fee. You cannot just go through this toll. Go through it if you want to. We're going to shoot you before you hit the beltway. And that's how it is on the street. I had to learn that. But now watch this, though. The thing that makes it crazy is that unless you're in the right spot to present it, it's not accepted by society when you come through from that. A lot of people like, oh, well, because I got family members, AC, that say to me, well, you messed your life up. Well, one, I don't know. Do you see it like that? Because I think I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm all right at this point, especially. I had no police run-ins in almost 8 years, man. And I'm talking about that's about how long I've been out. It's been about 8 years. I'm going on my 8th year anniversary. So I mean, I think I've been doing all right for myself. Since being out. I mean, these things I've obviously learned from, and I said to myself, I gotta grow up. That's why I made the title of this, the way I did. Like, what is grown? Do I still got my ways in some things? Absolutely, bro. I am not all the way there. But that's why I proposed the question, because I like to get some thoughts from other people as well. Like, I be peeping that, bro. But now, what you got?
That's life. That's life, bro. Life is everybody think because when they reach a certain age, that mean they got it all figured out. No, you don't. Nobody has life all figured out. That's the point of when you start to have kids or you start to have nephews that's in their 20s and stuff like that, that's when you start going back and you start telling them like, hey, I see the path you're going down. This path gonna land you in two places, this or this. And I've been through that. And I had to go through that ringer. And I had that's when you finally reach that mature state of actually being an adult. But your information that you tell somebody is beneficial to them, not hindering them or enabling them. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. People who enable other people to do certain things, and your mind ain't even developed enough yet. This is why you keep telling them, oh, it's not that bad. Oh well, I know you meant good. Okay, everybody mean good, but you gotta hold them accountable. Accountability is the main thing, not enabling them to go out there and make the same mistakes over and over. And nah, bro, that's for the birds. And my my brother my brother he low key get mad at me sometimes when I do that, and I say certain things to him, and it's not to judge him, it's just to be like, hey, bruh, there ain't nobody else put you in that predicament. You put yourself in that predicament, bro. You gotta hold yourself accountable for them actions, bro. Because had you not been over there doing certain things, then this would have happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to be judged, not to judge you, or be judgmental towards you. It's just to let you know that, hey, bro, we're all we all have to be accountable for our own actions. We all have to, like you said, grow up and value life for what it is. And we only can do that by understanding that, okay, you got pros and cons. Is this beneficial or is this not beneficial?
Mm,
Is my actions gonna put me in a place where it's a possibility something happens, or is my actions putting me in a place where I know that for sure this is of good standards? You know what I'm saying? And
fact.
and we only learn that by going through certain trials and tribulations. We only learn that by going through certain things and then being held accountable for those certain things that we do.
Man, hey, man, come on. I gotta give it to you. Man, that's what's up, man. I absolutely appreciate that, man. Big bomb, big MC and drop. Who do we have in the
Already.
building?
Hey, Smitty, I appreciate you letting me up. I
Yeah,
appreciate the awesome content. I just couldn't text all that in the chat, but
man. I tell people, man, yeah, you should just sometimes just come up, say what you gotta say, bro. And you can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, do what you gotta do. I appreciate the love,
okay.
King. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna get out of here because I just made it to church. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'm gonna get with you on Tuesday night. I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna hit you up, and
Yeah,
we gonna work on getting you into this Bible study recap so that
okay.
you can dive in and get a better understanding of certain things and stuff.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, AC. My G. All
All
right, we'll
already.
do. All right, bet. What's going on, love? Respect to you. You gotta take your mic off mute if you are there. Mic check one, two. Mm-mm-mm. Let me see something. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta check your microphone settings. I don't know if there you go. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All
What's
right. Good morning.
bees, but what's going on? How you feel? Check, check, check. You went out. Mic check, mic check. Let's go
Can
ahead.
you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. I'm about to put my Bluetooth in. Maybe that's what will help. But no, I was piggybacking off of what the gentleman was saying that just left. I mentioned your comment when you was like, what things that you would change, in your life that you didn't think about probably doing back then. And mine's is like I was mentioning to you to elaborate, it was making more better decisions. When I say it in that way, it piggybacks on what he's saying. You have to hold yourself accountable for the things that you do in your own life, and holding yourself accountable helps you to know where you're wrong at and make decisions and right changes from that point on. And I say that because we find ourselves putting ourselves back into situations because of our heart and not our minds. And sometimes our heart can overweigh our minds when we're in situations in life where we make the wrong decisions. And I feel like at times, as still being a grown up at the age of 44, we still make bad decisions. And sometimes we don't listen to our own discernments because we question ourselves a lot. And I was just piggybacking on that because as anybody, you want to make better decisions in life moving forward. You don't want to go through the same circle in life where you're not ending up in a better situation.
Okay, so you would say a person needs to use discernment. So I mean, so basically, like in your view, like when it comes to like actually, would you say that qualifies for being grown? Basically, that's the qualification.
Yeah, part of making decisions for real is a part of the qualifications of being grown.
Would you say that most people use discernment during those moments, or most people? I'm talking about men and women. Would you say most people move off discernment and logic, or most people move off of how they feel in the moment and what would make them feel good in that moment or get their rocks off in that moment?
I think that a lot of us, as being human and being in flesh, we go by what we feel in that moment. And when we suffer from the consequences, we wish that we use our discernment that God has given us. You know,
Right.
how would you, like in a situation, like if you were placed in a situation, right? This is a question for you.
Hmm.
You're placed in a situation where it's familiar, but you want to believe or trust someone in that situation because you feel it's just a different person. So that's not the same person that has put you in a uncomfortable position, but you're giving this person a try, right?
Right.
You have to use your discernment on giving a person a try these days because you don't ever know where other people's headspace is when it comes to a relationship. That relationship could be family, friends, or a significant other. So you want to use your discernment, that the gifts that you were given from the mistakes that you have done in your past, to move forward better and making decisions in this current or whatever relationship that you choose to be in. Right?
Okay. Yes. Actually, yeah. So that discernment comes with the experience, though. See, the only way for me to have the discernment of knowing what to look out for, and what would be a green light, what would be a red flag, the whole nine, is from my past experiences. Unfortunately, as you know, we're in a day and age where, like, if you even begin to like speak about or tell somebody, hey, this will be something that triggers me, like, as you know, you get to learn a person. And I'm talking about in all of those forms in which you spoke about: relationship, business, or even family, right?
Hmm.
It's like we have this thing where it's like people want to just erase past. because I guess so many people have had such a traumatic past of some sort that they minds go into a fight or flight mode and they usually hit flight and they just try to in their minds block everything out, try to erase it. So my point in saying that is when that takes place, that person actually does not heal from it. Just because you now stuffed all of your junk in the closet and closed the door, that doesn't mean you cleaned the room. That don't mean you clean the room. And so that's something that can be a hindrance when it comes to that whole factor. So me personally, I mean, I I look at it more so like that's only relevant if the other party recognizes that everybody has been through something. And are you willing to work with that person with whatever it is that they've went through? If you don't have the patience for that, you need to step off. Back.
Hmm. I like that. I like the answer. My other question was to you is that I really couldn't get into what you and
AC.
what is his name? AC or whatever we're really speaking on. I kind of got the concept of you guys speaking on of being grown and reflecting on what we used to go through as kids until adults now. You know what I'm saying? On how
Right.
we I guess implement what we have learned into us being grown up. I have a question about that too because I don't know if you agree with this or anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
but some things that we were brought up on was wrong, and we
So,
implemented that to our kids thinking it was right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just look back on things like, yeah, it taught us how to have mannerisms, and we learn how to survive, and we learn how to, live life as kids more than what our children are doing now. They're so computer literate that we weren't as computer illiterate, literate back then. We were
well,
more so outside, hands on.
I don't think it's because they're just so much smarter. We didn't have it. We that was all in development stages, and a lot of this stuff was only at places like the government and NASA and stuff at first. Now where everything is in the local household, they have it
Hmm.
born to where they have it. So I do believe that's a difference. We just didn't have that technology growing up. Like a Super Nintendo was like top notch back then.
Hmm.
Go ahead though.
No, I'm not saying like okay. So what I'm saying is that back then, okay, because you're in the same bracket. You're 82. I'm 81. Back then, our parents put us outside more to make us be creative.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot that I have even learned by my kids being my two children being older or whatever. I learned that I implemented a lot of indoor hands-on reading, things of that nature that we had to do when we got older. But society, of course, is going to change us as individuals in some type of way. So I know that we were literate when it came to knowing how to do things, but we were more as being kids more than how our kids are today. They're being pushed to basically be grown ups so early because of how the world is evolving, with things that they're pushing out for us as grown-ups and children to see. But no, I was just piggybacking on growing up too, because I was like, it's a lot of things that I grew up on, and when I got older, I'm like, that wasn't right. like,
Yeah.
like
Go get it.
it wasn't right. Like y'all made me think this was right, and then when I got older to put two and two together, I'm like, this wasn't correct. Like this is not the way you handle each individual accordingly. You know what I'm saying, to whatever that meaning of what is going on is about. But I just wanted to just really conversate and just come up here and just speak
Uh-huh.
upon anything that you ask me to, you know what I'm saying, or anybody that asks any questions.
No, I got you. No, I actually wanted to ask you something now because it's part of what it is I got set up. So I'm curious when it comes to you as a woman, as a mother. Do you believe that there is absolutely more pressure, right, on women as mothers to like actually uphold the family values, or do you believe that's something that us as men should be the initiators of? Because considering that we don't have enough marriages, so if that's the case, people aren't getting married as much, which you know that's people choices. People don't want to get married, they don't want to get married, but I've always looked at all of this stuff as far as how we the significance of like parenting. And
Hmm.
I'm just curious, is it evolving or is it declining? Like when I was talking to Chop about us trying to be our kids' friends, like, do you believe that that's a problem? That a lot of us is more so trying to be our kids' friends as opposed to just be that authority figure and forget if they think you're cool or not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So on and so forth. What's your take on that?
Oh, okay. So my take on that is that nowadays it's pressure on men and women. It's not just pressure on women. It's not just pressure on men. It's pressure on everybody. It's pressure on the freaking animals that's out here that's free. It's pressure on everybody. But I believe that when it comes to parenting, you have to have structure. You have to have positive expectations that you're implanting in these kids because we're our children's first teachers. These teachers that are teaching our kids are not the parents. That's not where their learning comes from. It comes from what they see, and that starts from at home. So if you piggyback on how our upbringing was with our parents they stayed together regardless if they argue, they didn't see eye to eye. It probably was minimized of arguing and fighting, or it may not been, but we are what we see. So if you are a woman and you're showing your kids how you handle pressure and how you can set, better expectations as a woman. Because say for instance, as me having a son and my first child was a boy, I'm showing him how a woman supposed to handle situations when it comes to family structures, technology, changing and the social expectations of life. You're teaching your son on what to expect out of a woman. And like a woman, the father is teaching that young lady on what to expect out of a man who is going to enter in their lives. So those emotional bonds that we give our kids, we're breaking those generational traumas when we're feeding them positivity, when we're feeding them structure, when we're feeding them on how to handle situations under pressure without lashing out or being nasty, or it's benefits out of it when you accept the new challenges and pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Exactly. No, I actually agree with that a lot because that goes back to what you initially said as far as a lot of things that we grew up to was actually not right. Right. Now I can go to perfect example, spanking. A lot of
Yes. And
yeah,
they used
like
to tear us up.
we used to we used to brag about who got like we used to it was so bad that we would brag about the trauma, like who got the worst beatings. Like
Right.
that ain't shit. My daddy would get an iron when we got out the tub and
Use
like
that cord and tear you up.
like then looking back on it, it's like hold up, bro. Like hold on, Mo. Like that
But
shit
guess
ain't
what it
right.
taught us though? It
What?
taught us it taught us on what not to do with certain people. If you know this, you knew who house to go over to get away with stuff, and you knew who house that they ain't play.
Big
So,
big.
so the big facts on this is that what I think as more as us being parents and you having a beautiful daughter and me having my two beautiful kids or whatever, I think our pressure when it comes to being parents is the pressure is more it's more worried about our kids' mental health. That's where the pressure is and where the anxiety comes from because we don't want our kids to ever have to face probably the things that we had to endure to make things better for them, and being as though that it gives you more anxiety, but when you put it's more hands on when you're showing them on how to deal with the anxiety and pressure of life because it's worse out here now with than like I said than our generation.
Yo, our kids in the dating market today.
It's horrible.
Oh my gosh, yo. Like, oh wow.
I'm so tired of my daughter calling me and telling me of how many dates she and people that she don't talk to no more. But I'm glad that she sets her bar up high. You know what I'm saying? To a point where it's not too much, but it's to the point that you're not gonna. I have potential,
No,
and I'm not gonna give
you know
this
what's sad?
out.
You know what's sad though? Nowadays,
What?
it's so bad that nowadays her asking for too much might be just, can you just be a decent, clean human that knows how to communicate and not be awkward? Like,
Or can you
Norman
be a
C.
decent? Or
Norman
you
C.
could be, yeah. Or you could be a decent human being that if your intentions is to do X, Y, and Z, then make that attention be that intention.
Right.
Don't string people along because it's so many people who are out here that are emotionally traumatized, far as relationships, far as family, far as friends, far as the world, and people don't have time to get their time wasted. That's what you're teaching your kids. Like you got to be yourself, regardless of how anybody looks at you. Whether if you're looked at weird, whether if you're looked at too aggressive or whatever, at least that person knows who you are instead of you trying to cover it with a mask. And that's what happens a lot in these relationships, as I've been enduring and you've been enduring, is that people will tell you what you want to hear. They're not showing their true colors because they don't even know who they are. And you very seldom find people that's on this earth that knows who they are and where they're walking and where they're, what their role is into this world is. Everybody is not here to please.
Their purpose.
Everybody is,
Knowing your
yeah,
purpose. That's what I
yeah.
call
What is your purpose? So if you don't know your calling,
it. Right.
then you're gonna always be late in the world on figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna be emotionally connected to what your spiritual beliefs are. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like I don't know about you, but I don't got time to be wasting with anybody, with the kids, their mama, their sister, their brother, my friends, my family. I just want to be happy. And this is where you find your happiness. And sometimes being happy, you're going to be alone because it's the purpose of you being alone to reconnect with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about you, but the world has gave everyone some type of anxiety or some type of depression and something. But the only way of finding your connection positively, emotionally, is self discipline. And that's something that you have taught me as me meeting you as an individual first and as a friend first, because you show me what discipline is with patience. And I was always one of them type of people that I gotta do this, it gotta be done, it gotta be done, it gotta be done. Where I'm getting to the point that it's going to get done, but in due time because something else can come up. You got to be consistent when it comes to being strict on discipline, whether it's mental, sexually, or physically. There has to be some type of potential discipline in your life where you can be healed from whatever your challenges are. You know,
Wow. Yeah, nah, cause you know I'm big on planning before I even leave out the door.
You're very big on that, but
You,
you're too strict on it. You're just too strict on it. If it don't go right, it's just
but
everything is just
I
woo.
I don't like missing a spot. See, you're actually around me, so you actually know, like everything. I've been said this, but you actually are somebody who can vouch who's seen it. Yeah, no, just leaving out just to make a run. You know how deep I go, like how much I do all kind of pauses looking around the house. Hold on, is this locked? Is that good? Check that window. Do I have this? Hold on, I got both my debit cards, right? Like you know how I am. You know how I am, yo. I don't play that shit.
Yeah, it could be nerve wracking, but I understand where you're coming from. Like for real, look, that's why I say you're teaching me different type of disciplines and certain things because we both have OCD in different ways. Yours is in timing, mine is in timing and certain items being at a certain type of way. Yours is with everything that you do. It has to be a certain type of way, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. You're being you. When you can allow someone to be them, you will learn so much about them, whether if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But one thing I'm learning in relationships is that if you find a potential person that has not a lot of red flags as far as not abusing you verbally or physically or the things that we say that we don't want to deal with, stop running. We're running too much in our lives. We're running too much because what we don't want to deal with. And sometimes we got to deal with things in order to learn. And
Hey,
I'm thankful. I'm just thankful. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful to be up here. Normally I don't do this.
hey, nah, but
I
hold on
normally
real
just
quick.
be in the crowd.
When you talk about that thankful part, you want to reiterate. Remember the other day when you were speaking to me about you said that message as far as like what was that you said? Somebody said you don't know he'll let you go through something or something. It was something you was watching. Do you remember? I don't know. Is your sound on? Hello? I think our mic went out. Give her a second. And this right here is brought to you by folks just chilling on a Sunday. That's right. This live is brought to you by folks just chilling on a Sunday. Respect to the fam. Respect. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to about that. Uh, boom. So anyway, hold on. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe she'll come back up. We gonna give it a second. Let's she come back up. We just up here kicking it cool. So y'all don't mind. I'm just gonna stick with y'all.
Kobe. Mix promethazine with the codeine. Mix the lemon kush with the OG. I got some good dope can make you OD. Still moving Yola by the OZ. Purple and the yellow like I'm Kobe. Ace of 24 like I'm Kobe. Black Mamba like I'm Kobe. In the clutch I got us like I'm Kobe. Ounce of salt for the James Harden. That's 13. My dope fiends get the shooting like Klay Thompson. Molly Margarita shit is awesome. Yeah, I'm rolling. DMV banging like it's Compton. Gucci shades on these ain't no Ray-Ban. But I can see clearly I'm in gangland. And I ain't in the gang, I'm just a weight man. Got that work. But I be going savage like a caveman. Yeah. I got crazy ace like Kobe Bryant. Mamba. You could never stop me, ho, keep trying.
like the buzzer, fucking Kobe. Mix promethazine with the codeine, Mix the lemon kush with the OG, I got some good dope, can make you OD, Still moving Yola by the OZ, Purple and the yellow like I'm Kobe, Ace of 24 like I'm Kobe, Black Mamba like I'm Kobe, In the clutch I got us like I'm Kobe, When I lead a game like I'm Kobe, Put me in the Hall of Fame like Kobe, If I go down, just know I had this shit. MVP when I won a championship. Keep a bad bitch like I'm Kobe, Flick my damn wrist like I'm Kobe, whip. All-star game like I'm Kobe, Soft hard game like I'm Kobe, work. Take it by the quarter, whip it all up. Killing these niggas like the mamba, I just get the bread and count it all up. I just get my bitch and fuck them all up. Yeah. Bitch, I'm Kobe Bryant, you a mascot. Clown, nigga. I'm the one you want to take the last shot. I'ma cross him over, then penetrate. I got one. A triple threat, then shoot it in the nigga face. Mix promethazine with the codeine, Mix the lemon kush with the OG, I got some good dope, can make you OD, Still moving Yola by the OZ, Purple and the yellow like I'm Kobe, Ace of 24 like I'm Kobe, Black Mamba like I'm Kobe, In the clutch I got us like I'm Kobe,
those that wanna BS. You ain't walk my path, you never seen stress. I be hoping for death, but maybe he's next. Lyrically blessed, came sewed up like a seamstress. County raised, DC is my birthplace. First in the Ville with official jerseys. You feel relevant, who asked you in the first place? Got me itching to scratch you out in the worst ways. You don't know me, but you gon' listen to the stranger. Show respect to my life, or you honor my anger. In the midst of danger is when I'm most rational. Not big on baseball, but DC's talent shall be national. It has been spoken, niggas and shit.
Respect. Let's see what we got right here. What you gotta do, you gotta go over to the post, and you should be able to see the link from there. If it won't let you see, that's the thing, because it's not my. Oh shoot, yeah, my bad, y'all. I done kick myself out the studio. Don't worry, we're gonna get it right. It's been a wonderful discussion. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get some things done around the house and get ready for football later on today. You all have yourself a wonderful Sunday. Much respect to the family. Let's go ahead and kick it off on something. I have no clue as of what, but let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. It's them County Boys exclusive. That's right. Let's go. Bring in that beat, boy. Them County Boys. Yeah. Get ready to.
Oh, and for the record, yeah, this is I don't know, 20 years ago. Anyway.
I will strike down upon.
Yeah. It's them County Boys. County Boys exclusive. That's right. Let's go. Bring in that beat, boy. Them County Boys. Yeah. Get ready to rock. With them County Boys. Yeah.
I'm number 1, not 10, 2 or even 11. Y'all pathetic with no cure, and I'm not apologetic, cause I grind with the real and you deal with the synthetic. Weeds known to tote rap sickness with no medic. Take crippled tracks and heal them with rap sessions. I'm the street artist painting my herb with weed resin. Why you fake slanging and blowing bush in the air? I'm boating up in DC alleys to set sail. I post up like the post office to stack mail. The streets is a test, jail is the home for those that fail. Life is a movie, I'm watching in 3D. Starring Lone Star and featuring Lil Weeze. I'm the hurricane type, you just a small breeze. Y'all waking up my rap, I'm leaving you all sleep. My skills unmatched, you and your people can see. Godzilla to you niggas, I'm crushing you all week.
I am coming out the county where the young niggas die. Act like a gangster, you won't survive. Role model said if your nigga mama cry. Dressing all black, loaded up and ride. 6 shot and a shank by my side. Ill sack to the face, now I'm high. Inhale, blow the pain in the sky. PGC into the end.
Install the black night, cough terror in your soul. I separate the real from the fake and I bust the clones. You can wear a vest, but I'm aiming for your dome. For the last time you dipstick, PG's my home. Running through these streets, I done mastered the pavement. Now I'm doing hip-hop and I'm here to save it. Where I'm from is point gun and you can get snuffed. Where I'm from, cops bust your ass while you handcuffed. Oh, you think you unreachable, but you can get touched. Never said I was a thug, but I do unplug like MTV. I'm as wild as can be. And in case I forgot, it's the LONE. And that chicken face chump shot, don't really want beef. If your whip got bass, bang this in the streets. Automatic outnumber, cause my niggas too deep, huh? This is the sticker, Thunderhawks will pick you up. I hit niggas from afar like Duck Hunt.
I am coming out the county where the young niggas die. Act like a gangster, you won't survive. Role model said if your nigga mama cry. Dressing all black, loaded up and ride. 6 shot and a shank by my side. Ill sack to the face, now I'm high. Inhale, blow the pain in the sky. PGC into the end.
I'd rather bring you niggas shame, don't wanna have to spray. I gotta go to soul, but you insisting on being slain. You constantly disrespect what I am and what I do. No, I'm a street mechanic, I fix the problem with these tools. Left niggas hurt attempting to shine at my expense. Cheap little nigga, you couldn't even pay my rent. The nerve of you lames, stop the charade. Killers will put parts in your brand new fade. Nigga skinny is nothing, you out here play hustling and even embarrassed peasants. Stop disgracing my presence, you trying to make paper? Player, I'm money maker like my Remy on the rocks. Still out running you chasers. Now with this pistol hate you, there's a chance to bake you or get exotic and souffle you with bloody flavors. Maybe you'll understand manhood later. You still young even in your button ups and blazers.
I am coming out the county where the young niggas die. Act like a gangster, you won't survive. Role model said if your nigga mama cry. Dressing all black, loaded up and ride. 6 shot and a shank by my side. Ill sack to the face, now I'm high. Inhale, blow the pain in the sky. PGC into the end.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Yo, I flow 6 feet deep, style